Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Swords and Souls Neverseen. I ran out of time and can't stream it. Everybody's telling me there's hidden children somewhere around here. I don't know where it is. I'll find it later. Oh, there he is. Found a lost child. I'll have to pay attention to that. I don't really know if that's really that... Oh, wait, hold on. That's actually probably kind of important. I'll see about it. Okay, we have a new ring, the Lioness ring. Extra dodge charges. That's okay. We also have a bunch of points on stats. Oh, yeah. We could do some other things. Let me think. I have a lot of money. Can I buy anything from here? The answer is no, I actually don't have a whole lot of money. That's a lie that I tell myself when I go to sleep at night. Let's see. Can I... Okay, so I can upgrade my house. Well... For unclear reasons, I've decided entirely to develop my house up first, and then fill it out, because that's what insane people do. No one lives here. I never go to bed. That's not how this works. So instead, let's do some archery training. Okay, anyway, so... I think I'm gonna stand by my original assessment. Oh, there's two of them in there. Well... I don't know. I'm just gonna do whatever. I don't think I'm gonna get most of the challenges done. Or is that big of a deal? It's like, I like the idea of the challenges, but I'm not gonna hurt myself over it. Oh, God. I'll try my best. We'll see how it goes. I'll get some of the challenges done. The rest, not so much though. I'm kind of slow this morning. Which isn't going to make this easier. I mean, we could screw around and see what, like, weird hacks I can get up to. That was a nice shot. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't ask me why these things are so hard. They are. I think it's just because arcs. Okay. Luckily, don't make a mistake just means don't let a target get smacked around. Or don't let a target go red. Means I'm kind of okay. Star combo. Ooh. I'll see how I can, I'll see about it. I'm not betting on it until a bunch of those ridiculous, mannequin targets show up, and they seem significantly less common. Yeah. We'll see. Nope. It'd be really nice if star combo wasn't reset by just missing a star. Oh. But so be it. Did I remember to level up the training camp? I hope I did. It also looks like they go away a little bit faster. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, some of these stars are going to be kind of tough. Or stars. Some of the like badges outside are going to be kind of tough, but I guess ultimately it really doesn't matter. Like, no matter what, I'm training my stats up. It's just the question of how fast. I gotta remind myself of that sometimes. I just, look, it feels weird when I'm like, not capable of doing a thing, and I'm just like, ah. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that, you know, I'm 28, I'll be 29 in a month, and I realize that that's, like, nowhere close to old, but a lot of people I know are starting to get older. I mean, hell, I almost didn't get all of them. Trying to go for the headshot bonuses. Gonna be tough. There we go. Let's see. You know, it's kind of one of those where I'm just like, oh yeah, there are going to just be, like, things and games and stuff that I'm simply not going to be... Ah, wow, they disappear fast now. There are going to be things and games that I'm straight up not going to be able to complete, and that feels really strange to me. It's like, you know, I'm a bit of a Care Bear casual, but I own it. But, like, there's a difference between being able to, like, knuckle down and finish it anyway, and just be like, I'm gonna beat this game, doesn't even matter. Let's see. And yeah, the potential that, like, within 10, 20 years, I'm not going to be able to say, like, sit down and play. Sekiro probably isn't actually that impossible. I haven't finished it, but a lot of that's just because time. And also, it did okay. It was only doing okay on YouTube, which is tough, because more or less it means games like Sword and Soul's Neverseen is gonna come out of nowhere and be like, yep. Right, no mistakes. More important to not make mistakes. Okay, but yeah, games like Swords and Souls Neverseen are gonna come out of nowhere and be like, hey, by the way, play me instead. And I'm gonna be like, well, shoot. You make a convincing argument. And it did. It has made a very convincing argument. This game has killed several series on my channel. Not that it's actually, like, that big of a deal. I certainly enjoy it. I do wish the grinding had some kind of, like, offset that you could buy. Like, I don't know, slightly bigger bullseyes. You could bribe the barman to, like, cheese and cheat for you. That'd be nice. Okay. It does seem to proc-gen some of this. There we go. Because I noticed, like, if you're having a hard time getting the combo multiplier here, it does give you quite a lot of... Huh. Let's see. It does give you a considerable amount of, star-related things, which is kind of nice. Hoping that would hit every target, but it didn't. I'm doing okay. My combo multiplier is great. Which is exactly what I needed. Means my training will go faster. Oh, shoot. I used to have all the time in the world for those. I do not. Now, I will admit, there's an extreme... Oh, wow. There's an extreme temptation on my end. Way too many coins for me right now. Like I said, it's the morning. This is going faster and faster, and I don't like it. Probably more important for me to keep that combo multiplier. This is too much. Let's see. More important to keep that combo multiplier. If I can. What is it up to? 538. I don't think I've had a better combo multiplier. My excuses of saying that I just woke up are kind of meaningless. But I did just wake up. And I'm not awake yet. Anyway, so I was gonna talk about this a little bit. Let's see. Don't make a mistake for X number of seconds. Come on. Well, I was doing pretty well up until that point. Anyway, it's fine. It slows everything down a lot. It would be nice if this had a one-finger death punch style, like, difficulty system. You know, the better you're doing, the faster it goes, and so on and so forth. Because on one hand, like, I don't mind this. I guess it does get considerably slower. Still working out how to bullseye those moving targets. That's okay. That's honestly going to be a perpetual piece of work. That's okay. Let's see. But yeah, one finger death punch's difficulty system felt really solid. And I don't know, I'm always a little bit disappointed when I'm playing other games and I'm like, man, this is, like, freaking good. Why? Okay, there we go. Wondering if I was gonna get the, medal system on that one. Okay, you know, this is a really solid means of handling a difficulty curve instead of, I'm not gonna say limiting it based on, well, you know, the more you fail, the slower it gets, the easier it gets for you. Obviously, that can feel a little unsatisfying, but, like, you know, I guess I kind of prefer that sort of thing. But conversely, at some point over the course of this series, I think I'm going to start cheating really flagrantly, if I can. I'm not entirely sure if it's, I'm assuming there's probably some level of cheats available for this game, but it would be really funny to see what would happen if I, like, turn this down to hyper, like, turtle, well, not hyper turtle mode, but, like, super turtle mode, so that, let's see, get SARS? Okay. Super turtle mode, so we don't have to worry about anything. Do we keep going? You know, I'm getting these badges done, maybe. Super turtle mode, so, like, all the targets, well, like, these coins are moving at, like, glacial speeds. Because part of the reason why I can't, like, super juggle coins perpetually is just because I'm too slow, and the coins do fall pretty fast. So it's kind of a trade-off, but still. Getting better at commentating over this. This, I guess, is easier, because I don't have to, like, focus. It's less reflex-based. It's more accuracy-based. No mistake for seconds. I don't think that includes missing, which is kind of nice. All I have to do is just hit the targets. I don't know. I might have to look up what cheats do. The other thing is just basically the training. Well, fun. Well, I don't know. I guess it is the meat and potatoes of this game. That'd be like taking meat and potatoes out of meat and potatoes, then it's just like what is left, and the answer is not much. It's like cheating in Graveyard Keeper. There are certain things where it's okay, like movement speed and whatnot, but like just giving yourself all the money, and it defeats the purpose. like aimbots in Counter-Strike. I mean, I'd absolutely love someday to sit down with a bunch of friends and see if we can find, like, a safe, holistic manner to get, like, a bunch of old CS 1.6 aimbots and wall hacks and all sorts of things, and effectively just do, like, a competition to see who can cheat the hardest. Like, who wins if nobody's playing by the rules. There needs to be a game like that. Maybe? Eh. I mean, it was just CS 1.6. That's the straight up answer. That star multiplier. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. They do give you a lot more coins. It's hard to deal with them necessarily, but that's okay. I'd rather keep that multiplier than keep those coins dancing. Got so much faster. Okay, what else do we have? Increased stats. I think this is actually the last objective for this track, which is nice. How'd that hit? That had no business hitting. Like, I know there's games like Screen Sheet, but it would amuse me to no end to play like a game that, well, I don't know. Just absolute no rules. Alternatively, no, it would never happen. Well, maybe. I wonder if you can... I wonder which games, like current competitive multiplayer games, are the most, have, like, the worst issues with cheaters. Because it'd actually be really interesting to shoutcast cheating. Ah. Also, it goes past 60. But it'd be really interesting to shoutcast, like, an all-cheaters tournament or something. Because I have no interest in regular, say, StarCraft or something, or CSGO, or Rainbow Six Siege, or so on and so forth. Like, I can see the appeal of the games, it's just not for me. I figured out of time, but no, the regular static targets actually have a... They actually have a time limit on them now. Well, I mean, they've always had a time limit, but the time limit's actually gotten considerably worse than what it was. But, you know, I used to play semi-competitive StarCraft. Nope, not gonna get it. Dang. These coins are a problem, because if I can get them on a good juggle, I'm like, oh yeah. I'm good, but overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Anyway, but yeah, I used to play competitive StarCraft when I was in college, and it was fun. And I got fairly high ranked in the beta, and then I was just like, well, I peaked, and I had peaked, in fact, and that was pretty much the end of it. And I never went back. But, like, it'd be really fun to sit down and do, like, doofy shoutcasting as, like, a month or a week or something like that. Just sit down and be like, I'm going to do this dumb thing for a while. Like, here's an all-cheater pool of Rainbow Six Siege. Everybody's got their hacks running, and it's completely unfair. Let's see how ridiculous this can get. And we just play it like total serious. Oh, that was it for the gold missions. Okay. Please tell me that was enough stats. Okay. Let's see. I should probably go pick up my money. That's a lot of money. Let's see. Oh, did I get... I got more. He's still only giving me gold. Now, I could get up to 75% if I saved my bits for a little bit longer. Or we could go back here. Let's upgrade the camp. Okay, so we get some dragon bone weapons. Somebody's really mad at me that I haven't tried every weapon in this game. Gonna be honest, they're all virtually identical. Bibu's notes. Great tips from a legend. We also have the Ring of Blaze. I'll go with this. Truth About Fingers, Tome 2. I wonder if the Truth About Fingers actually will get me another slot. Anyway, when you train defense or melee, keep calm and don't focus your eyes too much. See globally. Yep. Struggle in a specific fight, try using a different type of weapons. It helps sometimes. In combat, some enemies' attacks are undodgeable, like explosions, and some are unblockable, like backstab, melee, critical hit, and thunder. Blocking a projectile with perfect timing. Yeah, so we already pretty much know about all those things. I need Platinum Sorcery if I want to grab that. We could go kind of all in on this heal spell. We might as well. And I'm going to save those stat points. Let's just keep training. Wow, I've spent pretty much this entire episode working on... let's see, working on archery training. I mean, luckily after a certain point there's got to be an end to it. My one problem with this game, I really enjoy playing it, but it is a little hard on the hands. Ow. That's just mean. Star Combo 23 is also going to be tough. After a certain point, that just becomes impossible. We had a really good multiplier going, though, which is good, but, ugh. Yeah, I'm probably going to be quiet during a lot of these. I mean, I've said this a billion times, but it still feels wrong. Messed it up. No mistake for 35 seconds. That's gonna be tough. Ah, good timing, I guess. The star to apple ratio here sucks. Almost wish there was like a parry button. That would net you extra apples. I don't think there is. Ah. Oh, that's okay. So I gotta get up to 61. I think that's the usual cutoff here. It's actually really interesting. The dodge training doesn't actually train you that well for dodge. I almost wish a lot of these trainings were actually more relevant to combat. Because you never actually have to do target practice in... You never actually have to do target practice in melee combat. You just press the shoot button and you shoot them. I guess it'd be kind of hard to have this level of QuickTime event for, like, blocking or anything like that. At least in this game. Getting that 50-star combo is going to be tough. Because the ratio to apples to stars in this is really insane. I can be at a 400 combo multiplier on shield, but stars, not so much so. I just let that happen. I think actually I'm gonna have to stop defense for a little while. Actually kind of hard on my hands. That said, the training bonuses have been paying dividends. So let's just do sorcery. We might as well get up to platinum and everything and go from there. This is weird. Takes a lot of getting used to. It's a lot more stars than I was expecting. Oh, and they're gonna start mixing them. That's not necessarily too bad, actually. Just gonna take some getting used to. The moving targets, I think, are going to be an issue. A mild issue. But just a lot to get used to. Along the way. Okay, there we go. So far, so good. Yeah, very few just slow challenges, which is nice. Okay. Because I found the slow ones to be the hardest to complete. Okay, there's that. Just gotta get one more star. Ah! I should have just gone for the star, I just wanted to keep the multiplier. Because I'm pretty good at keeping those multipliers going. Okay. Oh, it's a really bad time to have an itchy elbow. Okay. There we go. The hell kind of mess is this? Ah, yep. So even making the mistake loses the star combo. It's kind of rough. It was getting faster, though. A lot easier to get the star combos when it's going slow. Kinda. Okay, so far so good. Gotta keep stars coming. Ugh. So freaking far away. Ugh. I would still say that this is probably my favorite out of all of the challenges. At first I hated it. At first I was like, meh, on magic. But now that I'm here and now that I'm using it a little bit more, I'm realizing that magic's actually pretty rad. I think in a lot of cases it's because it's just quick, slow movements and no blocking. Got it. It's okay, I got the challenge. That's all I needed. Because now that I've got that out of the way, this gets easier, because then I can just focus on the individual bits. Which is just kind of fold. I'm really curious what would happen if I slowed this game down by, like, you know, 25%. If the training would just become laughable, harder, or I don't know. Or if I could become some golden god of training and nothing would ever touch me. I mean, obviously I'd be a golden cheating god, but still. You guys gotta realize, there's something about me that just, like, absolutely enjoys, like, breaking games. When I can't break games, I just, like, memory edit them until I'm obscene. There are totally games that I'll play straight. There's a lot of games that I'll play, like, totally straight and fine and normal. I guess I probably shouldn't use the word straight to describe, like, on the up and up, because that's, I mean, sort of derogatory? I don't even know. Language is weird. I mean, I've talked about this a couple of times, but finding out that boob just means, fool amuses me greatly, but it's like, how many other, like, words... Like, I'm pretty sure dick was not originally a description for a man's... Well, dick. As well, and I'm kind of curious sometimes, like, yeah, how many words have just been, like... Words and names have been, like, totally co-opted. For... I guess, risque purposes. I had a friend in elementary school. Lovely guy by the name of Peter. You can guess where this is going. But, he was German. Like, his first, his first language was German, not English. And they'd moved over to the US at some point along the way. I think maybe that was when I met him, in fact. I'm not sure his English was perfect. Well, his accent was a bit thick, but he was a lovely guy. A bit on the shy side. Kind of reminds me of... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, the personality of a mouse. But he was cool. And he really liked Lord of the Rings, I think? Or maybe I liked Lord of the Rings and he just had the, like... he had the old rotoscoped animations, which were really cool, and I liked watching them. I think I also had, like, the animated Hobbit and some other things. But yeah, we'd hang out. He'd play a lot of video games with me, and like board games. I think we were definitely in the Scouts together too. But one day, I remember having a conversation with him, and we had just found out that his name was slang for, well, dicks. Because apparently Peter is slang for a dick, just like Richard. Or Dick is short for Richard somehow. I don't know, I don't get it. But yeah, he was actually pretty upset that his name meant, well, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm like skirting with YouTube's. I don't think I'm gonna get demonetized for this. It might happen. It's unlikely, but still. Anyway, but yeah, he was quite beside himself because, I mean, finding out the language you're putting so much work into learning has turned your name into, well, an inappropriate word. It probably had to sting a little bit. My name is boring. It's Carl. Well, it's not a. It's boring, but it's the name every show uses for like the kind of nerdy friend. It's been changing lately, I think, because I've noticed, well, a greater effort in multiculturalism has slightly moved towards like loads of different people, so it's not always just a Carl, but like Jimmy Neutron, God, I'm starting to forget. I mean, llamas with hats. I know the Adult Swim show about the food people with Master Shake and so on and so forth. I do not remember the name. I never watched the show, but they had a Carl. He wasn't nerdy though. He was just like some gross human being that I want to say they exiled to the Mune. Sorry, I should play Moonbase again at some point. That was a cute game. I'm all over the place. Most of my attention is entirely focused on what I'm doing. And very little of it is actually on what I'm saying, hence why I was saying, well, stuff over and over. I'm glad I just haven't been, like, on loop. Just distractible. I'm also hungry. Sometimes it takes a little while to eat breakfast. I actually tend to skip breakfast. Lunch is my breakfast, and admittedly I eat lunch more or less in, well, I'm not gonna succeed at that one. Fine, I think we're almost done increasing my stats anyway. Okay. We got the mission medal. Oh. We're not done yet. Interesting. It'd be interesting if they actually kept giving you the challenges. Like, you wouldn't have to back out of the training to rank up. You could even see it when it happens. Anyway, it looks like we're done with the gold mission, so I guess let's just stop. I was gonna say we could go until my combo multiplier runs out, but that would take a while, and I don't want to do that. I'm now level 100 something. Ooh. And I might even be able to push my stats. Probably not. I was gonna say, it's like, I might be able to just skip platinum rank with all those spare stat points. Very real possibility. Okay, let's go back to feeding this sucker. And I've spent far too much time. I have done nothing today apart from train. But I did get my stats up, so yeah, good enough. Anyway, I guess with this, let's grab all these goodies. You gave me 2 more clovers. Stop doing that. Keep your clovers. Don't give me your leftovers. It's weird. Okay, inventory skills. I have some skill points. Let's put it all into healing. Chance that allies benefit from your heal and shield skills. It's kind of nice, actually. Not that I use my allies that much, but still, it's nice. Anyway, I think with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Swords and Souls Neverseen. I guess let's buy the Ring of Blaze. It's kind of nice. Actually, that might be really nice. But for now, goodbye.